Hey y'all, Joefer here, the cranky old gay guy. I'm coming at to you live from Rooster Rock State Park, east of Portland, about 25 minutes or so, depending on traffic. It's about 23.8 miles from my house. Oh boy, I hope the wind isn't wreaking havoc on the sound because it is about 8 miles an hour out here. Wind gusts or wind coming from the west. And I've tried all directions in the test and they all pretty much sound the same. So this is going to be short, just a little gripe. But first of all, I want to show you Washington. I think I did this last year too. This is why I come out here. Today, the parking lot, only the last parking lot was filling up. So there's not a lot of people right now, but it was cloudy most of the morning. So that keeps people away. Tomorrow, it's going to be more cloudy than it is today since they burnt off. But I'm guessing there's not going to be a lot of, well, I'm not going to guess. There will be a lot of people out here because it's summer. And until back to school is announced and that date comes, that's when everyone seems to quit coming out, even the gays, and I don't get it. You don't have kids, why does it matter? Okay, my gripe today again is traffic. I was doing just fine, and then between I want to say 82nd and 205, it was really slow to get to the 205 freeway. And then once I got on the 205 freeway, it was stopped going south. Well, crawling. It was stopped going north completely. That goes into Washington. So it took 10 minutes to get from there over to Interstate 84. And then Interstate 84 was also super, super slow. I have no idea why, but it was slow all the way out past 122nd. And then it picked up to about 60 miles an hour. But you had people in the far left lane, there's 3 lanes going that direction, who were going 50, 55 and not moving. Just stupid people. That's right, stupid people. And then once I got out to Troutdale, it got really slow again all the way up to Corbett. And it was because a woman had, in a minivan, had pulled off to the left where there's only there's 3 feet between the yellow line to the divider, which splits the opposite, the freeway then where the other direction goes. My mind's mixed up. Rather than when you have car trouble, signal and force your way into the right lane and then off the freeway, which you could do, she didn't. And but this is only 2 lanes in both directions, so she could have done it pretty easy, unless it's a medical emergency. And she was sitting in her car, and hood wasn't up or anything. There were no flares, nothing like that. It was just her sitting there. She wasn't even talking on a phone. She was just sitting there like she was reading or something. So if your car breaks down, stay with your car, sure, but get it off to the pull-off on the side. There's more than a car's width on the right side, and that's what that lane is for. So it's just punishing the rest of us when you don't do the right thing. So that's what made me cranky today. You'll notice the people you see in this have clothes on. That's because they're on their way out. You know, there's one naked one right back there in the distance. Not that you can see anything. And I was going to come over here in isolation and set up, but the water is so far out, you can see it like that. All of the sand is kind of moist. And I don't know, I didn't bring a plastic tarp or anything. Just a little sunshade tent thing, pop-up, dealy bobber. I'll show you maybe later. But I think it's going to let this moisture come right through. And there's not a lot to look at over here when it comes to physicalities, you know what I mean? But that's not why I'm here. I came up here because I didn't come out yesterday like I wanted to. It didn't get warm until late afternoon. Now, a friend wants to meet me up here. He's coming in from out of town tomorrow, but I don't know. He just texted me and said, maybe see you tomorrow. So that means he might not be coming. But, you know, all is well. I did play pool last night. I only got in 2 games because there were so many people playing, even though the bar was pretty empty. I scratched on the first one, and I lost by 2 balls on the second one. And then I went home. Why? Because most of the people I consider friends, I shouldn't say that because all of them are my friends, but the ones I socialized with outside of the bar, none of them were there. It was just, well, there was one, the doorman, but it's not like he's going to socialize with me while he's working. At least not to the extent that you can hang out. You know, in the past I said I never hang out. Well, that's the kind of hanging out I'm talking about, waiting to play pool. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for me right now. I'm going to let you all go and hope you have a wonderful Friday night. I'm going to leave you with a little vertigo. You want to do that? Yeah, I think you do. Okay, so stay cranky, my friends. Stay cranky. Bye bye.